All right, guys, welcome to week 9 of the 100 Great Essays Challenge. Those of you who are still watching these, shout out. I appreciate that. If you haven't watched all of them, that's fine if you've been doing the reading. So this week, 3 interesting ones. Some of them will challenge your ability to focus, and I'm not making fun. I don't mean that they're boring. I just mean that they're similar to what you'll see on the AP test sometimes or what you have in the past, which requires you to focus even though you may not be as interested as you could in other pieces. The first one specifically, 1946, The Flow of the River by Loren Eiseley. And it's very poetic. He uses a lot of words that I didn't know and you may not know. Alembic, corpuscular, eructations. He uses some alliteration such as the willows and the weaving net of water. He tells a story about a catfish. It might be interesting for you to consider the reason for that, the purpose for him telling the catfish story. And this would be a good practice for finding the elements of the rhetorical situation because it's not easy to find them. So do you know what his purpose is, what his message is? Is there a thesis statement? Why did he write this? What was the exigence? What was the purpose? Look for those. That will help you practice, especially on a piece that doesn't readily make those available. The second one is called Living with Music. It's written by famous novelist and author Ralph Ellison and was written in 1953. This was once on the AP test on the multiple choice section where they had multiple choice questions about an excerpt from this. It has great imagery, very beautiful word choice. He sums up his overarching thesis in the final few paragraphs where if you were like, why is he telling these stories? He sums it up for you. Let's see here. Prior to that, though, yeah, there's a bit of a messiness about the story that he tells, which I actually really like. It's like, oh, why is he telling this? I'm trying to grasp onto that. Question number 2, following the essay in the book, will be a good one because it asks you to find where the tone switches and why. So that gets you to consider how the tone switches, how they match the moments in the essay. It's very memoir-esque, and ultimately, at the end, his writing takes a backseat to the focus on music and music's influences. Those of you watching this, if you're thinking, man, I could use some extra credit, or you're worried, I will give you extra credit. That's the bell today. I will give some extra credit if you want to write a piece about music, okay? Hold on, we're going to pause because I have to answer a question.